Hey everybody, it's Fam321 here bringing you some more 5th gen Wi-Fi battles. This is a UU match I got against someone by the name of Curse of Pokemon, and we're both really new to UU, so we're both going to end up making some really bad mistakes. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to his YouTube channel in the description because he also ended up doing a commentary on his perspective of this battle, so if you want to check it out, make sure to go to his channel and subscribe. Alright, so for the first Pokemon that each of us are going to send out, I'm going to go ahead and start off by sending out my Claydol, and he's going to go ahead and start off by sending out the Claydol of his own. I kind of want to surprise him, so I'm going to go ahead and switch on to my next Pokemon, which is going to be my Swampert, and he's going to decide to stay in and set up Stealth Rocks, which is kind of bad for me because I did not get a chance to set up Stealth Rocks. So yeah, now he's going to go into a Shaman, and I went for the Toxic because I was predicting him to stay or go to Shaman. I know Shaman's ability cures the poison while switching out, but well, it's kind of good that he got Shaman poisoned while he's still out there. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to my Heracross because I did not want Swampert to get hit by the Seed Flare. And that's actually, or Heracross manages to take it quite nicely. And for the next move, I'm going to plan on going for the Mega Horn, but he's going to go ahead and switch out into his next Pokemon, which is going to be his Darmanitan. And the Mega Horn doesn't miss, which is actually kind of good on my part. And that actually did a lot of damage to his Darmanitan, considering that Darmanitan actually resists the Mega Horn. But yeah, I'm going to go out to my Claydol because one, I kind of want my Claydol to get sacrificed. I don't know why. I mean, I checked out his team knows the most useless one. Even though I haven't set up Stealth Rocks, I still want to sacrifice this thing. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just stay out with my Claydol, and he's going to go ahead and switch out into his Suicune. And I'm going to be able to set up Stealth Rocks before I die, which is actually pretty good. So now, I believe next turn he's going to go ahead and start off by using Calm Mind, and he's basically setting up on my Claydol, which is actually kind of bad for me, but yeah. I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and that didn't do that much, considering that Claydol is more of a support Pokemon. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Swampert, because I thought Swampert could take a couple of moves from the Suicune. He's going to go for the Ice Beam, and that actually did a lot of damage to my Swampert. I'm guessing the Calm Mind must have, or the Calm Mind basically is what did that much damage. So yeah, I'm going to switch on to my next Pokemon, which is going to be my Claydol. And at this point, I want to sacrifice my Claydol so I can get a safe switch into a Pokemon that can take down the Suicune. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my next Pokemon, which is going to be my Heracross. And I'm hoping that Heracross could take it out with a close combat. But as you're about to see here, it manages to live it with 1 HP left. And he's going to be able to take out my Heracross with an Ice Beam. And that's actually kind of bad because, well, Heracross, it was a big threat to his team, but now that it's dead, that's good for him. But the good part for me is that he managed to take out his own Suicune with the Life Orb recoil. So yeah, I'm going to go switch out to my Swampert, and he's going to go ahead and switch out into his Ambipom, and he's gonna go for the double hit, and I managed to live it, so now I know I'm gonna be able to take out the Ambipom with a Waterfall, and that's gonna be the end of his Ambipom. Now at this point, he's gonna go ahead and switch out to his Claydol, and I didn't expect his Claydol to be Choice Scarfed. I'm not actually sure if it is Choice Scarfed. Actually, yeah, it might be, because he's gonna go for the Earth Power, and that's gonna be able to take out my Swampert. I mean, yeah, it is Choice Scarf because later on you're going to see him use Choice Scarf on my Azelf, but I don't see too many Choice Scarf Claydols. But yeah, now that I went out to my Azelf, I'm going to go for the Nasty Plot, and I'm basically getting revenge on him for using Calm Mind during my Claydol, or while my Claydol was out. So yeah, he's going to go for the Toxic, and that's going to poison my Azelf, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I'm going to go for the Fire Blast, and I'm not sure. I think Grass Knot might have been a better option to go with. But yeah, he's going to go for the Earth Power again, but at this point I thought he was Choice Scarf, so yeah. He's going to switch on to his next Pokemon, which is going to be his Flygon, and at this point I was predicting him to switch, so I went for the Psychic, and that's going to destroy his Flygon, which is actually pretty good for me because his Suicune and his Flygon were the two biggest threats to my team in my opinion. So yeah, the poison's actually racking up on myself, and he's going to go ahead and switch on to his Darmanitan, and the Stealth Rocks weren't enough to take it out, but a Psychic's going to be able to take out his Darmanitan, and that's basically the end of his Darmanitan. So now, I believe, yeah, my Azelf got destroyed by the poison because I kept it out for too long, but it did its job. I'm going to go for Flygon, and he's going to go ahead and go for his Claydol, and I'm going to go for the U-turn, I believe is what I end up going. Yes, I'm going to go for the U-turn, and I'm going to be able to take out his Claydol. And if I'm correct, he's only down to one final Pokemon, which is going to go ahead and be his Shaman. And I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my Raikou because that's my only Pokemon that I have left besides my Flygon. And he's going to go for the Shaman. And I'm going to go for the Extra Sensory. And I'm kind of hoping that I could take it out, but it doesn't. And he's going to go for the Earth Power. And as you're about to see here, I managed to live it with 2 HP left, so that's kind of revenge for his Suicune living with 1 HP left on my Heracross. So now I'm going to go for another Extra Sensory and take it out, and that's the end of the match.